chamomile plaid soap. I had a few trimmings, as you can see, left over, and I've kept them stored nicely in a bag so they don't all cure and stiffen up. So I'm going to try and use some of these in a spring soap that I'm going to be making. The first thing I'm going to do then is get these little strips that I've chopped up. Let me just show you. I've got some longer strips that are going to be the actual gate posts, and then I've got, can you hear the birds? We've got a tree just outside my studio, and we fill it with hangers with lots of bird food on, so we get quite a lot of birds. Anyway, back to the point. And these are just going to be little spacers for me, and these are going to be the horizontal planks for the gate. So I just want these, what will be these vertical strips, to go in first. I've had a slight change of mind, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my first layer of my green to help me anchor those in place. And for each of these, I'm just going to add a little tiny bit, there's only a tiny bit of soap there, so I am just going to add in a tiny bit of shred, just so I get a little bit of colour in there. And get that blended up. I'm going to be using chamomile fragrance from Sensory Perfection. Okay, so I'm going to now get that just plopped into this mould. I'm just going to get that evened out a little. With that in there, now I'm going to add those other bits of the gate. Right, so I've got those in there. They're pretty straight. They're not perfectly straight, but I think they'll do. So I'm going to leave that to set up a little bit before I then go on any further and put any other bits in. Actually, no, I might straight away put in these little dividers, because I think they're actually going to help with me securing everything. I made up a very tiny bit of green soap again, and can you see little bits of shred in there? And I'm just going to, again, try and get it in between those little layers. I'm not too worried if it's even, because there's going to be sort of like some shrubbery that you can see growing behind the fence. Okay, I think that will do, and I'm just going to leave that to set up a little bit, and then I'll put a touch of yellow on there. Okay, now I'm going to pour this in. I ideally do want this reasonably even between each of these little areas. And now I'm just going to take those top sticks and just pop them in, just like we did before. Now don't mind if some of that yellow comes up between them, that's going to be fine. leave that at that. That's quite lumpy bumpy, which is what I want. And then I'm going to have to obviously make sure the next layer that goes on there gets poured really fluidly at first. Let's get this top finished off. So I've just got some blue soap made with royal blue and titanium dioxide. Okay, so just want to make sure that I get all those bits in between the piping all sorted. Okay, I'm just going to lean my mould over a little bit. I'm just going to use that cloth to help me. Okay, I might actually turn that away. Ooh, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start bringing in. I've got some yellow here for sort of to make a sun. Get some of that yellow in there. I'm thinking whether I need that tipped. I think I probably don't. Because what I want to do is I want to start bringing in some yellow in here to sort of make it look a bit like sun rays. Okay, so I'm going to just gradually start adding in some yellow shred into this side. Okay, so I'm just trying to get that in and sort of keep the bulk of the shred sort of more to one sort of side corner. I'm not even sure what effect it will look like, but I've sort of got a plan of what I'm trying to do. And then I'm going to get this bit of yellow and try and bring this in to sort of be like a sun coming in. Now I don't want to mix it too much because I don't want this to turn green by mixing the blue and the yellow together. Now I'm going to pipe all over this, so I'm not too worried about what this top here actually looks like. I'm not trying to get a swirl or anything. I'm just trying to get it level. Let's get this top piped then. So I've just got my soap set up and I've got a Wilton 67 tip, which is one of the leaf type tips. So first of all, I'm just going to put some leaves down. I'm not going to worry too much about getting them too pretty because I just want these down to stick the flowers on top of. So I'm kind of just really want to get some soap down to stick some flowers onto. Okay, that will do. Because that's all going to be covered up and you're just going to see some tiny little bits of it. And let's get our flowers. Now these aren't completely set, so I need to be careful about how I'm going to get them off these papers. Right, that's those on. Of course, ideally it would have been better to have maybe made those yesterday and then piped them. But I just did them before I made the soap, so they were a bit soft. Right, now we can print. Can you see that those leaves didn't need to be piped carefully because you're not going to see them. So now we can go in and pipe the leaves around them. There we are. Now I'm just going to gently push these in just to make sure they're nice and secure. There we are. Now I can just pop that in to C-pop overnight and then we'll cut it tomorrow. Here we are the next day with our little garden soap. So let's give it a cut, shall we, and see what we've got. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, we've got rather a higgledy-piggledy little garden scene, but I think it's quite cute. My fence is a little higgledy-piggledy. The plants, can you see, I was expecting a few little air bubbles, and we've got those in there. I don't think it's okay. It's quite a cute little scene. Let's have a look at a couple more. Yes, my fence isn't too bad. It is a little bit skew-iff, but that's okay. And then I quite like the effect that I've got there from my sun. And those are supposed to be sort of sun rays, those little bits of shreds. I know, but they almost look like sort of bugs or something in the air, don't they?
And here's a final photo of the soap. I hope you've enjoyed this video and you like the soap. If you have, it would be great if you gave me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see what I'm making in the future, why not subscribe to my channel? Thanks for watching, everyone. Happy soaping!